Wondering about potential compensation after a slip and fall injury? Let's talk numbers, but it's complicated. The amount of compensation in a slip and fall case varies significantly based on factors such as medical expenses, lost wages, how long was the length of time between the first medical appointment and the last medical appointment, what was the level of pain and suffering, what was the severity of the injuries, and if you have any type of comparative fault in the incident. And it's also going to depend on the quality of your attorney. Let's walk through those real quickly. Medical expenses play a big part in slip and fall compensation. Medical expenses are called special damages. Basically, hey, this is the amount we had to spend in order to get back to where we were. This is going to be the money actually paid, typically doctor bills. And so $10,000 in doctor's bills, well, that settlement's probably going to be a lot higher than $1,500 in doctor bills, one visit at the urgent care, or multiple days in the hospital versus a single visit to the ER. So the medical expenses are going to impact settlement significantly. Lost wages. If a person is off work per doctor's order, not because they just took it off, but off because a doctor told them to, well, that case can have more value than someone that had no lost wages. Now, pain and suffering. Typically, pain and suffering, it varies greatly depending on each and every person. But, if you're off work, plus you're not able to work, or your doctor's visits are months versus a couple of weeks, well, that person can have a higher settlement possibility than someone that was back to work or not seeking medical treatment after 1 or 2 visits because they were better. Also, it's going to depend on the severity of your injuries. Most juries that we come across are going to compensate someone more with a broken bone or serious, medical issues such as, lumbar issues, herniated disc, than someone that was simply having aches and pains for a few weeks. So the severity of injuries impacts settlement significantly. Also, Indiana reduces compensation by a percentage that someone's at fault. So a jury can look at a slip and fall case and be like, hey, listen, we think the store is 70% at fault, but the person that fell, well, they're 30% at fault because maybe that person should have been looking better where they were walking. Maybe they should have been playing on their phone while shopping. So juries can actually say, we're going to reduce fault by X%, and then that reduces the overall compensation. Quick example of that, if the jury says the case is worth $100,000, but the person that was injured, their fault is 30%, well, that person's only going to collect $70,000 because it's been reduced by the comparative fault of the person that was injured. And then also, the attorney that a person hires is going to affect the case. Why? Not all attorneys are created equally. Some attorneys are aggressive. Some attorneys are known for pushing. Some attorneys are known for not accepting low settlements. Some attorneys are known for pushing as hard as they can. And they're just known to get higher settlements.